Hello everyone, I'm Seth with Exotic Motorsports. I apologize for the crazy Oklahoma wind in advance. I'll do my best to speak up so you guys can hear me, so please bear with me. This is our 2002 Lincoln Blackwood with 88,551 miles on it. Super nice truck. It has pretty typical cosmetic wear in the front, nothing serious, just a few rock chips under the headlights. Kind of that entire piece that runs under the headlight and around the grille does have some chipping in it. That fin has been repaired. Does have a few rock chips there in the center, pretty insignificant though. And there's some light scuffing here just on the curve of the front passenger side of the bumper. Paint is a tiny bit cracked just above the headlight. And then the headlights themselves do have some wear on the front, a little bit of fogginess, and I can't tell if those are like small stress cracks or scratches, but just small superficial cosmetic wear. This headlight looks new. This one's in great condition. The other one does look a little bit older. Here on the front end, oh, I'm sorry, there's a, oh, that's just polish. There's a rock chip there, pretty small, it's been touched up, can't really tell. On the front of the hood, it's in really good condition. There are a few small rock chip spots that have been touched up, so they're very difficult to see. Honestly, if I wasn't getting this close to it, I definitely would not have noticed. Sounds like there's a lot going on the front end, but it's really not that bad. I'm just being extremely thorough to give our out-of-state buyers the confidence they need to know exactly what they're getting. So moving along to the front driver's side fender. Front fender is in great shape. No issues there. Moving along to the front driver's side wheel. Wheel looks really good, no rash or anything like that. There is actually a small dent on the lip there, but that does not affect the integrity of the wheel. It's still, the bead holds, it holds air. It's just a small cosmetic flaw in the lip of the wheel. Here we have the front, or the driver's side mirror cap rather. It's in great shape. Couple small rock chips towards the inside, but very insignificant overall. Looking at the front driver's side door here, some very light scratching across the chrome trim on the window frame. But overall, the door looks pretty good. There's also some light scratching there on the top right on the outside of the door. Looking at the rear driver's side door, this is in excellent condition. There's no scratching, no scuffing, anything like that. The window trim looks a little bit better on the back. Moving over to the driver bedside. So the cool thing about these trucks is that it does have wood inlays across the truck bed, and it gives it a really unique look, and it's kind of the signature of the Blackwood. I mean, that's how it gets its name and kind of what this truck is all about. And that finish looks great. The chrome trim pieces that run along it have a little bit of discoloration, but it's really not bad. It's not anything glaring that would really grab your attention away from the truck. Looking at the rear driver's side wheel, it's in really good condition, no flaws there. Again, I'm very sorry about the wind noise. Doing the absolute best we can to continue to deliver inventory, even in bad weather. So looking at the back tailgate, wood inlays there as well. It does run along the entire bed of the truck. The back end looks awesome. The bed cover looks great too. No issues there. Back bumper looks really good too. Typically the top portion of the back bumper is pretty beat up in most trucks, but this one is very clean. It does have rear parking sensors as well. You can see them hanging out of the back bumper, which is a really cool feature, especially for it being a 2002. That's pretty ahead of its time. So there we have our trailer hitch receiver and the wiring plug for a trailer as well. I do believe this is on a half-ton chassis, so you can tow with it. Looking at the passenger bedside, identical condition to the driver's side, looks really good. Also, real quick, I want to show you guys with the key fob, it does have a power open truck bed cover. So just press the button and it opens, and that is not just a hydraulic release, it's electronic. So I hit this button and it closes as well. So that's got to be probably one of the most convenient features I think I've ever seen on a truck. And those the two doors on the back here on either side, there and there, those swing open towards you like barn doors. So it's really easy to get stuff in and out of it. It's not a typical tailgate that folds down, which is why I'm surprised the back bumper is in really good condition, because it would be subject to having stuff slid across it. So anyways, here's the back passenger wheel. Looks great, no issues there. Rear passenger door, some light scratching towards the front and a little bit on the top here, but it's very insignificant. Overall, this is a really clean truck. Front passenger side door, we got one small scratch there in the middle, not very noticeable. And then the bottom's pretty clean. Passenger mirror cap, we do have some scuffing around the outside, and then a couple rock chips in the center, but pretty insignificant overall. Front passenger fender, a couple rock chips on the front portion of it. Overall, it looks really good. The rock chips are very minor. Again, I'm being very, very thorough and nitpicking every flaw I see. Front passenger wheel, great shape, no issues. So I'll go ahead and walk around the truck from about a 1 foot distance to give you a better big picture idea of the overall condition of the truck. It's easy to make it sound like it's a lot more rough than it really is when I point out every flaw a vehicle has. So I don't want you to think that this truck is a junker, because it is definitely a beauty. And that can be said just about with any vehicle. If you go around and really look at the paint and look at every little flaw, it's pretty easy to make it sound like it's not in very good condition. But if you stand about a foot away from it, you're not focusing on all those tiny little rock chips and silly things you wouldn't typically notice day to day, the vehicle's probably a lot nicer than you think. For this truck being 19 years old and only having 88,000 miles, it is in great shape. So it does have keypad entry there. Go ahead and hop in and get out of the wind here. It does have air conditioned and heated seats. Notice I did not say ventilated, air conditioned seats. So it doesn't just recirculate ambient cab temperature air, it actually circulates air conditioned air through the seats, and it gets cold. It feels really good. Power lumbar adjustment too, and it does have that same wood grain trim on the bed that it does on the inside, so it kind of goes along the door there. And for the window controls, it does have all 4 power windows, one touch window for the driver's side, power locks, memory seats, power adjustable and power folding mirrors, heated mirrors too. It says heated in nice Ford cursive letters. Let's go ahead and hop in. Does also have automatic climate control and Alpine audio. And one of the coolest things I think I may have ever seen on a truck is the climate controls on the steering wheel. So just like your audio controls, you're not forced to reach over and mess with something that's going to distract you from driving. It's right there, which is super convenient. Truck starts right up, no issues, no warning lights, except for the ABS light, which will be addressed in the description. It does have a navigation unit down there, so instead of it being built into the infotainment system like you would find in later modern vehicles, it has its own separate little unit down there, but still, for being 2002 and having navigation, that's extremely premium. Cup holders are kind of cool. So those fit drinks that size. And then if you need a bigger drink, these are removable. You can pull them out and put your 7-Eleven Big Gulp in there and it won't move around. So that's pretty awesome. Passenger seat upholstery looks great. I mean, this truck on the inside looks brand new. So the passenger door also looks awesome. No issues on the dash, no cracking, sun fading, anything like that. Looks great. It's gonna yell at me because I'm not wearing a seatbelt, even though we're not in drive. Driver's side door panel looks great. All of the buttons still have the markings intact. Nothing's been worn off. All the switches work. Nothing's broken. Steering wheel does not have any wear on it. Steering wheel looks great. All the buttons there. Everything over here looks really good. Fully operational. The AC blows incredibly cold. I mean, like ice cold. Auto dimming rear view mirror. And then we do have the rear bed cover buttons there, so you can actually open and close the bed cover from the overhead console. And then you have your power sunroof controls there as well. It does have a shade. You can slide the shade over if you please. In the back, it's a very interesting design. So it's not a traditional bench style seat. You actually have two bucket seats and a center console. It's almost like imitating the front of a truck cab, but in the rear. So pretty different there. But both seats are in fantastic shape. They look great. Center console area looks really good. Carpet is also in perfect shape. I mean, this truck is just absolutely immaculate. Inside and out, it looks really good. So we'll go ahead and check out the engine bay. So the hood latch for this took me a little while to figure out, but it's right here above the passenger side headlight. Once again, super sorry about the wind. So here we have our 5.4 liter Ford V8 engine. Runs and drives great, shifts super smooth. Suspension is in great shape. I mean, this truck feels brand new. Like, it runs and drives perfectly. I don't have one thing to nitpick about the driving experience of this truck. It feels great. Idle's super smooth and consistent. It sounds very healthy. It doesn't have any weird quirks that you'd think a 19-year-old truck would have. But honestly, I mean, it runs and drives better than some of the newer trucks that I've seen. So this is definitely a good find. If you like a Blackwood, this is a very, very clean example of one. And I'd be impressed if you could find one nicer than this. So this truck runs and drives phenomenally. It looks great on the exterior. It's near perfect on the interior. This is quite the find. So if you're interested in this 2002 Lincoln Blackwood, feel free to check out our sales listing online on our website at exoticmotorsportsok.com. Thank you for watching.